everyone, my name is Sam and I'm the founder of Candid Clothing, and this is my day with Cosmo. So Candid Clothing started late 2017. My plan was just to make it a side business while I go to work, but I fell in love with the business and I decided to pursue it full-time around 2019. Ever since high school, I wanted to start a business, and when I got to college, it transformed and it became like I wanted to start naman a social enterprise because I wanted to help people through business. And that's how Candid was born. Candid is a fashion social enterprise that aims to help local garment workers, specifically in Taytay, because with the rise of like the Changge and fast fashion, a lot of the garment workers don't get to earn a proper living anymore. A typical day for me would look like I would wake up at 6:30 a.m. and I would get ready for the gym. And mga 7:30 nasa gym na ako nun. And I would either go back home to cook or I would eat out. After that, I would go out and meet with our garment workers for buying fabrics, or we'll be discussing new releases. So after distributing all of the materials that my garment workers will need, sometimes I also had meetings with clients that wanted to manufacture their clothes, which is something that we also offer. So if you're an entrepreneur and you want to manufacture a clothing line, that's something that we do. So I would go home like before 5 usually and clean up around the house a bit, wash the dishes, and I would feed the dogs after and prepare to have dinner. Not a lot has changed for me during the pandemic. The biggest difference would be that I no longer go out of the house. I would wake up at 7 a.m. and I would have my prayer time at around 7:30. I would either have breakfast or work out at 8. Depende kung sinisipag ako. On Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I have masters online. So I'm usually at class by 8:30. After that, I would prepare lunch and I would have lunch with my mom. And I would plan out the rest of my day. Tasks that I usually work on would be talking to the garment workers online via chat or video call to discuss the new designs that we'll be putting out, or get updates on the production of things that are already in process. They would also be the ones sourcing the fabric because it's nearer to their houses and para diretso na sa kanila. So they would video call me or send me messages or pictures with the fabrics that are available, and then I'll just choose from those fabrics and then I'll just transfer them the money. Now our process for checking samples would be that they would send the samples over to us. Then I would check everything, I would fit it. So everything that we ever release has been fitted by me before we go into full production mode. After that, I would check on our Facebook ads to make sure that everything is running well, turn off anything that isn't doing well. I would also coordinate with our marketing person for any collaterals that she has in plan. I would have to approve all of those things. Aside from that, I would help with dispatching orders. So our community manager / dispatcher would check on all of the paid orders and let the packing team know what is ready to be shipped out. I also edit my videos, or I make scripts for my YouTube video, because part of my advocacy during this pandemic is to help people who want to start businesses with the things that are difficult or that are not readily available online. And hopefully, it will help people during this confusing time. So glad that our team was primarily work from home already and that we're very digital. We did not invest in a physical space because I wasn't comfortable with the risk of like a large overhead. That proved to be a good decision for us, especially now. We're coping pretty well. When the quarantine was announced, we launched face masks right away because there was a scarcity during that time. We sold non-profit reusable face masks just as an alternative for people who didn't have access to the surgical face masks and the ones that can't afford to keep buying. And that also created a lot of work for our garment workers and even for the new garment workers kasi maraming nawalan ng work during the pandemic. Honestly, I'm not really sure. Like, every day, things are changing and I'm not sure if magka-quarantine ba ulit yung area namin dito because there have been rumors. But I've gotten this renewed sense of, like, confidence, I guess, na we can bring the business forward. And, we got through the quarantine, which was very difficult, and a lot of businesses closed down during that time. But since we were able to get through that, I'm hopeful na the future challenges will not seem as daunting to us.